Well, spring is doing what it does to the Boulder and Denver housing markets, showing more movement, more urgency, and more should we just do this now energy. I'm Stu Galvis and I sell houses, and here's your April 2026 Denver Boulder housing market snapshot. The headlines may indicate that the spring market's upon us, but I'm approaching this year's spring surge with cautious optimism. It's active, but it's not a free-for-all, and if you run the wrong playbook and the wrong segment, it still gets financially and emotionally expensive fast. If you've caught any of my previous market updates, you'll know I'm not going to read you a spreadsheet like bedtime stories. I'm going to interpret the real story the numbers are telling, and what home buyers and sellers should do right now. First, demand is showing up. Like, actually showing up. Closed sales are up in both markets, which shows us more people are committing. And that matters because last year, by late April, demand was already starting to soften. This year, not yet. So if you're waiting for the market to wake up, yeah, it's awake. It has been since late January. And the people who were prepared early are the ones who've been getting the wins. But it's not too late to get a great outcome right now, whether you're buying or selling. Now, supply is tighter than it looks with new listings down in both markets. But this is where people get fooled because they look at total inventory and go, oh, there's options. But the market doesn't run on total homes. It runs on fresh, well-positioned inventory. The stuff that's priced right, presented well, and feels like an obvious yes. These are the homes buyers want. And when fresh, new listings hit the market, especially when demand is up, prices tend to trend upward. So yes, the market is very active right now, but it's active in a very specific way. The fresh, well-executed listings get rewarded, and the other ones sit. Finally, Denver's picked up momentum, and March saw a great increase in both the percentage of new listings that went under contract compared to 2025 and the speed at which they're going under contract. Right now, the Denver housing market is building better momentum than Boulder, but it's still playing catch-up with Boulder's strong start in early Q1. See, speed shows buyer preparation and commitment, and the Denver market's currently saying, hey, if it's good, we'll take it. But Boulder is a slightly different animal. It's a perennially higher median price point and a market with more experienced and generally more analytical buyers. Even the way days on market is tracked isn't an apples-to-apples comparison between the Boulder and Denver MLS systems. So don't take a Denver headline and apply it to Boulder. That's how sellers make poor, uneducated decisions when prepping and pricing homes for sale and then act surprised when the market doesn't clap. So if you're selling, you need to hear this. The biggest spring mistake is the 80% is enough mindset. And this is where I'm going to break out my soapbox just for a minute, because it costs people real money and real opportunities. You do not get paid top dollar just because it's spring. You get paid top dollar because your home is the obvious choice on the day it hits the market, whenever that is. When sellers get lazy, they skip staging, they phone in the prep, they use mediocre photos, they price aspirationally, or they hire the discount broker because, hey, everything is selling, and they don't get rewarded, they get rejected. Stale listings don't magically become hot later after all the other options have sold. They become shop-worn in the minds of buyers. There's something on which they're always going to want a good deal, and that's the truth. Now, putting the soapbox away, here's the clean takeaway. Your first 7 to 10 days are still everything. If you nail price, prep, presentation, and launch, you're going to create urgency. But if you miss any mark, your listing ages, and buyers automatically assume since everyone else rejected it, they don't even need to look at it. And ultimately, you wind up negotiating from a place of weakness after sitting on the market for way too long, losing every advantage the market initially gave you. Prep isn't optional, and 80% isn't enough. Effective listing prep enables the best outcome, whatever that is. But if the property isn't presented to the market effectively, prep alone doesn't guarantee the best outcome. Prep creates certainty when buyers tour. And when they feel certainty, they compete. When buyers feel uncertainty, they ask for discounts or they just pass altogether. Now, if you're buying, here's a mindset shift that saves people a lot of money. Either be prepared to win what you want or start shopping for leverage, because in a spring surge, the best homes are going to get contested, period. So you got to have 2 gears. The first gear is win mode. You're ready to move fast on the best new listings, and you got a pretty good idea of the price, terms, and timeline that you'll need to offer to win the best options. You're not starting your research when the right home hits, you're actually executing. Now the second gear is leverage mode, and if you can't or aren't prepared to win, then you've got to hunt homes that are stale, mispriced, or have friction, because that's where negotiation lives. And remember, a strong offer isn't automatically the highest price. It's the offer that matches the seller's priorities. net, timeline, certainty, and stress. So yes, we're in the spring surge, but it's not a free-for-all on everything everywhere like it was in the insanity market. The winners are the people who adjust to the micro market and execute the right order of operations. So if you want a one-page plan for this market, post April in the comments and tell me, number one, whether you're a buyer or seller or both, and number two, if you're closer to the Boulder Metro or Denver. I'll send you my one-page game plan for what to do first, when, what to avoid, and how to make the numbers work in your favor. If you want help applying it to your exact address or buy box, book a free 20-minute strategy session with the link in the description below. And if you found any of this information helpful or useful, please like and subscribe to the channel, comment, or share it with somebody else who needs it. Well, that's all she wrote for the April market snapshot for Boulder and Denver. I'm Stu Galvis and I sell houses. Let's make it happen.